Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In previous sessions of Parliament, the Housing, Communities, and Local Government Select Committee conducted investigations into towns like Rotherham and Rochdale, where shocking cases of child grooming had emerged. These cases, once seen as isolated, are now recognized as part of a broader national crisis. Testimonies provided to these inquiries, including those from Dame Louise Casey, highlighted disturbing patterns, namely that the perpetrators were often men of Pakistani heritage, while the victims were predominantly white girls, many of whom were in counsel care. This troubling trend raises uncomfortable but necessary questions about cultural dynamics, systemic neglect, and institutional complicity. What is most alarming is not just the scale of the abuse, but the repeated failure of authorities to act. Evidence has shown that council staff, local counselors, social workers, and in some instances, the police either ignored the abuse or were complicit by their silence. Whether through negligence or willful inaction, those responsible for safeguarding vulnerable children failed in their duty. Given the national scope of the problem, it is no longer sufficient to rely on local inquiries, however well-intentioned or thorough they may be. These fragmented investigations, while vital in bringing initial cases to light, cannot fully address the systemic failures that allowed this abuse to continue across multiple regions. That is why a national statutory inquiry is now essential. An independent investigation led by a judge with powers to compel witnesses to testify under oath. Only such a process can ensure that those who turned a blind eye are held to account and that the full extent of the failure is exposed. To clarify, a statutory inquiry does not result in prison sentences. Its purpose is to uncover the truth, identify systemic failings, and recommend necessary reforms. Legal consequences must then follow through the justice system where appropriate. However, public accountability through such an inquiry is a crucial first step. It's important to acknowledge that many of the details we do know about the abuse in Rotherham, Rochdale, and elsewhere came to light because of local investigations led by individuals like Dame Louise Casey. Their dedication and courage were instrumental in exposing some of the worst abuses in recent history. Currently, Dame Louise Casey is conducting a national audit of the child protection systems. Her findings are expected soon and may provide critical insights into how widespread the problem truly is, and what measures are urgently required to prevent further failings. But what we are witnessing is not simply institutional failure. It is a profound betrayal of children by the very people entrusted to protect them. When those in power look the other way as children suffer, they do not merely fail, they become part of the abuse. Justice in this context must go beyond producing reports or issuing recommendations. True justice requires accountability. It demands that we listen to those who were silenced for years and act decisively to ensure it never happens again.